Hi guys, ready for the next part of the cookie? Well, I am, and I can't wait to just dig into it. Let's find out if Ashika really understood that log kya sochenge, it's a stupid consideration that should not come in the way of doing anything. Like anything in the world. Let's dig into this last part of the cookie. Now, let's talk about your dance. If I dance like a dream, Ashika, if I dance like nobody, that's because I enjoy it. I dance without any qualms or thoughts that how am I looking? And yes, years of training and practice has helped me to achieve that. There's no doubt about that. But isn't it true for your cooking as well? Years of training, practice, and hence the experience? As far as your dancing is concerned, you have just begun. But I can't learn anything properly. Other students are able to learn all the dance steps. Dance moves. They're able to learn the dance moves so quickly. But you have learned less, but fully. Why do you think I am not moving beyond the first stanza? Yes, you are still on the Mukhra part, but do you know how perfectly you perform it? You complete all the moves. You never leave any dance move halfway. The other classmates of yours don't complete the first move and they begin the next move. And they do it in a way that they think I'm some fool that I can't see what they're doing. At least most of them, if not everyone. But you complete every move and you dance with so much honesty and integrity. I feel proud to be your teacher. But Ashika, listen. It's my responsibility that you learn every single move. That's what I am here for. And if it gives you some peace, it's my responsibility also because I have been paid for it. I always tell my students to learn less but learn properly. You're exactly like that. Oh, what happened? Why are you staring at me? Nothing. I hope you remember you're happily married. Yeah, it's just that you reminded me of my earlier dance teacher. Oh, so you have prior training. Was it too long ago? That's why you're nervous and you are having such thoughts about yourself? What happened? It was 2 years ago. I asked her if I could join in. I told her I have never danced in my life. She was a woman, so I told her that I told her that I want to be able to accept myself the way I am, that I am uncomfortable with my body, whatever people always say about me. I told her everything. I told her even this, that I danced in my childhood and once someone made fun of me and I stopped dancing after that. I told her everything. So, you miss her? Initially, for a few days, it was just lecturing about the characterization of characters that actors have played in their films. We had to do the character analysis in their songs, then a lip sync task. Then she gave us some counts which she called as bars. She wanted us to learn those. While others could do it so easily, I could learn only 5 bars, or maybe 6 or 7 out of 23 and a half. Then started the choreography part. The beginning of another nightmare. You know, when I was not able to learn those bars properly, she used to say that don't stress out, just take it easy, it will come to you, relax, don't bother too much, don't think too much. And I used to take things easily, or I think I tried doing that. Then the choreography began, and there wasn't even a single class of choreography where I did not cry, where I did not have panic attacks, palpitations, anxiety. You see, dance was not flowing from my body. I wasn't looking graceful at all. Not that I did not practice. I did everything I could, but nothing worked. Then she started talking the truth about me. She started saying all the things that I already know. How bad I look while dancing, my body shape and whatnot. I mean, you know, in the beginning, she gave us those few tasks like play any song and dance the mood we have been in for past 1 year, etc. In another session, she asked us about how we felt for a particular period of time. I said I felt a gamut of emotions at the same time. My therapist says it's okay to experience many emotions at the same time. But that dance teacher said, no, it can't be. Let's say you're confused because we can't experience more than one emotion or mood at the same time. When I asked her about, isn't it natural for a person like me to ask whether we will get any recordings of the choreography or not, so that we could practice? And she stylishly said, no. She was talking about some muscle memory, etc. Sorry. I accepted all of it, thinking that she knows better. Then came one day when I just could not put up with her attitude and I left. I said I had severe backache because of excessive practice and a fall I had during practice. Thankfully, I did not have to lie because I actually had a severe backache. Sometimes I feel the 3 students who did not continue with us after the lecturing part were lucky. What was that? At one point she says, do not stress, it will come to you naturally. It is my responsibility that you learn everything, just like you're saying right now. She also said the same things, and then she went on to say all those things about myself. About me. Sorry for the fumble. She said that Did you talk to her about your problems? I did in every class, but what was the point? Okay, listen to me. First of all, thank you for trusting me so much that you could tell me everything. Now, whether you can experience a mixed bag of emotions or not is something that everyone has to figure out for themselves. As far as I am concerned, I also have had moments where I have experienced loads of emotions at the same time. And I think I still have some moments like that. And that doesn't mean that I'm mad or anything. Going to a therapist also doesn't mean you're mad. We have issues and sometimes we need some extra help. That's it. About that dance teacher, I think you're lucky that you had that backache. She enrolled you just to make a few extra bucks. Maybe she did not even have experience in training the beginners. And somewhere I think you're at fault too. You should have told her that you're not someone to be messed around with. You paid her to teach you, and if she can't do it, then she should be vocal about it, rather than shaming you. If you can't love yourself, Ashika, then nobody else will. You have to understand this. Because of all the shaming that you have gone through, it has lowered your self-esteem so much that you are allowing people to lower it further. You did the same thing with that stupid dance teacher. Don't let someone's perceptions define you or your perceptions about yourself. You are beautiful the way you are. You like my dancing, right? Then you could just come to the class, see me dancing, and go back home. And yes, I would prefer that you also learn something at least for the time that I have been paid for. Ashika, you can do it. You are a confident woman. Just do one thing. And I think you should be able to overcome your inhibitions to some extent, at least. Initially, don't look at the mirror for a few days while you dance. Just look at me and my videos and practice. Practice some affirmations. Write them. You will feel good. Trust me. I have done that myself. Hey, by the way, I hope you remember that I have given you the recordings, even if that earlier person did not. By the way, I'm tired of talking. Are you convinced, or should I talk more to convince you? Looks like you're convinced. So, let's go back to the class. I have a surprise for all of you. Another surprise. I thought coming to the park was the surprise. Well, it's just one part of it. Let's go. After a hearty conversation, Sumit and Ashika leave for the class. Hey everyone, you had a longish break, isn't it? I have a surprise for you all. Sir, have you selected the students? Let me be very clear. I have not decided yet. I have not decided whether I will be taking anyone from this batch or not. Please know that it does not matter to me if you are dancing for a substantial number of years, or you have performed earlier in shows, or the number of awards you have won. It does not matter to me. Now, can we get to the real surprise? Today we are going to be doing the dervish dance, the twirling. आज हम दरवेशियों की तरह नाचेंगे. It's pleasant out here. Not every day we have such beautiful weather, especially in January. And I have a feeling that we all need this to relax our minds, body and soul. It's meditative and calming at the same time. So let's begin with learning about the Sufi philosophy so that we're all able to dance with utmost honesty, purity, love, devotion and dedication. Sir, you know about Sufi philosophy? Yes, just the way I know about Bhakti philosophy. It's important to know about these various philosophies so that we can adapt them to our practice more effectively. So let's begin, shall we? That day changed Ashika's life. She wasn't just twirling. It was a journey to self-discovery, self-love, and most importantly, the beginning of her journey towards her healing. Maybe one day she'll gain enough confidence to film her face in her cooking tutorials too, along with her hands. Maybe one day she will get there. So friends, this was part 3 of episode number 8 of #Valentine Wali Cookies. Did you like it? Well, I really enjoyed writing it and re-recording it for you all, and I must admit that the conversation I had with the amazing choreographer Devesh Mirchandani, uh, it really helped me a lot in writing this cookie, because this cookie is actually inspired by my own experiences with a very bad dance class that I had to, I wanted to attend it, that's why I attended it. There was no pressure on me for that. But then what I thought about that dance class, it turned out to be completely opposite of it. But at the end of the class, I ended up making two very good friends, and I am really thankful to God. And yeah, I hope they also like this cookie. And yes, before I sign off, I must also admit that this cookie is, you can say, it is woven around true experiences, but the story as you hear it in this cookie, part 1, 2 and 3, it is fictional. So if I have to say how much percentage should I say it is fictional, I think I would say it is 90% fiction and 10% real. Yes, 10% real because I could not bring in all the real things. But yes, it has elements of reality. It has elements of the conversation I had with Devesh Mirchandani, and it has elements of my own experiences with that dance teacher, who actually, I think I should have said it to her on her face that you need to change your approach to your students, that at one point you're saying that do not stress out, it will come naturally to you, you will do it, and at another point you're demeaning me. So what is your reality? Anyways, so yeah, I hope that this cookie tells you something about this whole big subject, log kya kahenge. So friends, how did you like this cookie, which was served to you in 3 parts? I wish we all understand someday that log kya kahenge, this thought should never ever cross our minds, even if it's the last thought on this planet. This thought is so destructive that it does not let you do anything constructive. Wow, what a rhyme, isn't it? You cannot do anything constructive if you have this destructive thought in your mind that log kya kahenge. Why are our lives so much dominated by this thought about those logs who do not even matter to us? Why? I do not understand this. For the longest time in my life till now, I also had this thing running in my mind. Log kya kahenge? It is, I don't know if I should say that it is late or anything, but yes, I realized it very late that how destructive this thought is. And now that I am trying to undo this thought, I am having difficulties. I'll be very honest. I am having difficulties to, while I am trying to undo this thought, log kya kahenge? Log kya kahenge about my body shape, about my skin color? Log kya kahenge about the way I react to certain situations? Log kya kahenge? गोली मारो यार ऐसे लोगों को, भाड़ में जाएं ऐसे लोग. These logs are not going to let you reach your goals, guys. Please trust me. And I can say that because a lot has been happening in my life, and I am going to share all of it with you, but in time. So I think I can say that it gives you a feeling of liberation when you do not have this thing running in your mind all the time. Log kya kahenge? Log kya sochenge? I shared a cookie earlier about this particular subject, log kya kahenge. and today again this cookie log kya kahenge. Ashika's story about, her journey about finding her own real self. I still believe that you do not have to look out to find your Valentine. Your Valentine is within you. It's within us. We all just have to make some extra efforts to find that Valentine. I have been able to find my Valentine within myself on a number of occasions, which I am going to share with you, but like I said, in time. So guys, I think I'll stop here and I'll take your leave, but please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please do not forget to like, share and comment. Please tell me what you think about my podcast in the comment section down below. Oh my God, I had been wanting to do this for so long. Please tell me what you think in the comment section down below. It sounds like music to my ears, Anyways, and also please follow me on Instagram, where I share a lot of updates about my journey, my life, and so many other things, my thoughts, my views, my opinions. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and my Instagram account, Storyteller Hina, and my YouTube channel, Kahaniya and Stories by Hina. And I'll see you in yet another episode of #Valentine Wali Cookies. Bye guys.